Point. My name is Alan Daviduck. So trust your gut. The belly is the second brain. So this was a comment that Conor McGregor made today that I saw, and it's so true, and it's so true with so many situations. But it's not always true when you're hiring. I want to tell you a story about this girl. Her name was Colleen. I interviewed Colleen, and listening to her talk and just the way her mannerisms were and the things she said and all the things she couldn't do, every bone in my body said, no way. There's no way that this girl is going to be able to do the things you need her to do and be able to function. And but there was something that I liked about her, so I said, I'm going to give it a shot, even if it doesn't work. I'm going to give it a shot, right? So I brought Colleen in, and we worked with Colleen for 2 or 3 months. And Colleen, we started to notice, had these natural abilities. There were things that she just gravitated to it, especially her mannerisms around people. So I quickly identified that she would be a great trainer, right? She'd be the perfect person to introduce people into our network when they came in. Those first couple of days that are so important, to invite them into your culture and your environment. And for about a year and a half, Colleen, until she moved on to something else, was amazing. Right now, had I judged a book by its cover that day and I went with my gut, I never would have reaped the benefits of all those years of the skills and talents that this girl had, because they were hidden. They weren't in plain sight. So in this particular regard, this particular instance, trusting my gut would have been a bad move, right? So I'm not saying that, trusting your gut, that's the way to go on so many things. But in this one particular niche of hiring, it's not always the best approach. So imagine the possibility if you had a system and a framework that could reduce your recruiting to onboarding by 75%, right? So you didn't have to trust your gut. If you had all the data you needed in front of you before you even made the decision to meet someone and go into the room, for your gut to even kick in, right? Imagine that. And imagine if you could now take the time, instead of, the normal traditional hiring process, that where you have to take people through this journey and you have to extract all this stuff out of them. If you could just go right to those important strategic tactical questions, skill-based questions, behavioral questions, personality questions. So that way you don't have to rely on your gut anymore. You can use your framework to get what you need out of the candidates that are in front of you. That's what we do with the SMART system. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be, or the next 3 or 4 lives that I do, I'm going to be inviting everybody and putting some links up to some free upcoming webinars I got coming up next week, that I'm inviting all restaurant owners, business operators, multi-unit managers to check out, what we call Hiring Fast. So you can email me at alan@getsmartsystem.com. You can visit me at getsmartsystem.com. And you can call me at 188-3SMART5. All right, have a great day. Ciao for now.